Other people may not understand this, but I had to quit Party City today. Not because I wanted to, because I like the idea of helping people get ready for their parties and that kind of thing. But I can't work somewhere. I purposely got this job because it's somewhere where we're not contributing to the death of animals and killing and anything. And when people hear that, they think I'm some sissy pants. But I've been through so much death and killing and murder in lifetimes that you had no idea. And I'm not trying to sound big, but it's real and it's not fake. And it's spooky. And that's the problem, is people are afraid to understand that the truth is something that I know and I can tell you and I can save you, but they won't listen because they get freaked out and they just want to go, well, I just like my drama-free world. Your world is not drama-free. You're just afraid to listen to someone who's fucking smarter than you. That's the issue. So I'm sitting here listening to this. I like the taste of frozen flesh. I'm running low on refreshments. Let me get the kitties, would ya? I don't want to hear that when I know what's going on in our world. I know what's going on to our children that are disappearing. I know what's going on. And not just because I heard it. I saw it. I witnessed it. I experienced it. And what's messed up, I knew it before I heard anything about it. But I couldn't say anything about it. What's the point? All I'm going to do is get myself killed. That won't help. I can help people by helping the ones doing it stop doing it and admitting it. Or just stopping, period. I'm not going to try to get into all that shit right now because people just go, oh, it's hopeless. There's no point. Yes, if there's no point, then what are we doing? If there's no point to anything, then why are we doing anything? Why are we going to stupid fucking jobs and working for people who don't give a shit about us? At this job, I felt okay with a couple people, but literally not one person answered me back when I just said hello or tried to talk to them about anything of importance. It's always about a balloon or something that they need done. Now, the final straw was after I said, hey, can I please turn this or unplug this while I'm doing it? Because I've witnessed some horrible, heinous stuff, and I don't want to hear butchering and horror screaming. I don't. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be whatever, but it really does something to me because I have witnessed it before. I've been there. If you say if you watch, for instance, your loved ones get maimed and murdered, do you want to sit next to something that's like reenacting the sound of killing and eating and saying, I love the taste of dead flesh, while someone sinister laughs? You wouldn't. And you would understand if you had enough fucking consciousness to understand that somebody's not joking. Instead of saying something stupid like, well, it's a movie. I don't fucking care if it's a movie. Unplug it while I'm putting this here. When I leave, plug it back in. That's fine. I'll even plug it back in. I don't mind hearing it once in a while. But over and over and over and over again, when I'm not lying about what I'm saying, you are being stupid and you are doing something wrong. I don't care if the people in the suits or the corporate office of fucking Party City told you that this is what you have to do. You have to plug this in by the door. No, it's your store, it's your preference, and you're a teenager who doesn't want to hear somebody telling you that everything you're doing here is immoral. Yes, you work for a store that helps people celebrate for parties. We don't need to do any of that in the first place, but if they're going to do it, why don't they do it a little bit better? Start saying, guess what, guys? We've got to cut back on our comfortable attitude towards butchering and murdering people. We've got to think about this instead of letting our kids grow up in a fucked up world. And nobody's doing anything about it because they don't want to sound like a sissy. I'm not a fucking sissy, but I don't want to hear the shit anymore. It's not cool to bash heads and talk about blood. And go ahead and do it. When it's you and your family members having it done to you, then laugh, assholes. I know it's going to happen. And I'm not just talking big. I've been through it. So don't fucking talk to me about shit you don't know. And the last straw is this stupid fucking music they play in there. It's just horrible kitty bop fuck me because I'm a young person who's horny and has no idea what the hell the world is about. And it's all player, Mac, daddy, look at me with my trues, give me more money. I need that dollars. It's just fucking child stuff. And when she says, oh, I have to play this, they assign it to us. I'm like, because they're trying to run your life. You may not understand because your brain is too small. and it's too fractured over the years. And that's true. It's not an insult. Your brain is small and fractured. In size, it may look a certain way, but the cells are damaged, and they are very badly damaged. Just because you can say some sentences and regurgitate some shit you've heard before, or tell me what your managers and supervisors told you, does not mean you're smart. A person who's like that should not be the store manager who can tell people what to do when they're 10 times fucking more genius. Now, and there's not even a number value. And I'm not trying to put anyone down. I'm just saying, when someone's like, what I'm talking about is very important for you and everyone you will ever know and ever loved. It's very important. And they go, well, yeah, sure. Yeah, maybe, you should go pump up some balloons or put away some helium tanks. That's important, man. Take some packages and put them on this belt or something, man. That's important stuff that you got to do because, it needs to be done while we're getting ready to be fucking butchered, okay? Or killed off slowly. I know what's happening. I can tell you, and I can tell you how to stop it. That's my point. I can't just ignore it. I can't just act like no big deal. Butchering, let's get the kitties. I love the taste of flesh. No, I can't ignore that. It isn't funny, and it's not okay. So when I ask if you please can, okay, and then the final straw really was that this horrible fucking music is playing, and I'm listening to an audiobook while I'm moving something from one room to the next, with nobody around, and if somebody calls my name over the loudspeaker, I'll still hear it. I'm listening to an audiobook. And she goes, what are you listening to? I'm like, it's an audiobook. And she goes, you can't do that. I'm like, why? And she's like, because you're on your phone. I'm like, okay, you can say I'm on my phone, but I'm not interrupted. I'm like, right now, there's sound playing in the background. I don't care what your supervisors say. Think with your brain, okay? What your owners tell you, think with your brain. I'm not harming anybody by listening to what I choose to listen to instead of fucking smut you're making me listen to that I don't want to hear. And I'm a fucking adult, and I said, can you please either turn this over or turn it off or let me listen to what I want to listen to? Because if I have to listen to something, it can't be smut. I don't fucking want it in my reality, and you don't understand what kind of fucking creator I am. I'm not playing. So it's for your own good that I don't hear this fucking shit. So don't tell me what you think you know, stupid. So then they say you can't do that. And I said, well, what then? She's like, it's just like listening to music. I'm like, oh, and what is this that we have on here? Garbage music that I don't want to hear. So therefore, I turned this on so I could drown it out. I can't even really hear it. It's in my pocket because I'm trying to be respectful and keep my damn job. Fuck the job. If you're going to treat me like I'm a fucking child, and just because you're older with a manager tag, that you're fucking smarter or more important. Because I'll tell you what, as an individual, nobody's more important. But as a savior to humanity, I'm infinitely more important than anybody. Especially the fucking manager at Party City. And I'm sorry. No disrespect, I love you. But you're playing your part, and you don't know what the fuck you're into. Peace.